In Kandulim, away from the hustle and bustle, in Saipe, I spotted Loyd's place. A well lit up place with delicious aromas of beef, pork, and lamb, and a lovely menu full of innovative and really tasty cocktails. Loyd's place will soon complete a successful year in October, and undoubtedly, the crowd out there reassured me that this food stop was definitely going to be really exciting. So I'm at the really cute and cozy kitchen at House of Loyd's, and I have with me Chef Gaurish Madgaonkar, who's going to cook up some dishes for us. But before he does that, I'm just going to ask him a bit about himself. When did you start cooking, Chef?
I started 10 years back.
Okay.
I was doing catering in the Taj.
All right.
And then I moved on the cruise line, and then I over here working with the.
So what wife. Made you come back from the cruise liner? People say cruise liner, a lot of money, and it's a very wonderful life. So what made you come back to Goa and work in a House of Loyd's? Family life. Okay, so whatever happens, family is first.
Yes.
But you're still cooking, and you're a chef here at the House of Loyd's, which has gained popularity in the recent times. So how happy do you feel about it, and what are some of the dishes you like cooking here at House of Loyd's?
Very happy. The House of Loyd is mostly famous for the pork chop and beef steak. So we added some continental items on the menu.
All right. And now it's Shravan time, and you are a non-Catholic. So how easy it is for you to kind of cook non-vegetarian and pork and beef? Do you feel awkward, or it is a part of your job and you don't mind?
It's part of my job. I don't mind.
And do you taste it?
Of course, I have to taste.
So you do taste the pork?
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of the dishes that you're going to cook for us today, Chef?
I'm going to show you today crispy sardine.
Okay.
And date and bacon roll.
Wow, that sounds nice. If you can just tell us before we start, what is crispy sardines all about?
Crispy sardines like our Goan sardines,
okay,
which is crispy fried and topped with some like tomato salsa. It's same like a bruschetta.
Okay.
But instead of using the biscuits, instead of using the toast, we use the sardine in it.
All right. And the second dish you spoke about bacon, date.
Yeah,
so
date and bacon roll. It's we use bacon, and we put some stuffing of date and some cheese in it.
Okay.
And we just shallow fry. It tastes good. We serve with pepper sauce.
Okay. And whenever you cook these dishes, do you get tempted and do you eat it when you cook?
Not exactly, but
you just taste it.
It just tastes.
All right. So I'm going to be lucky out here today at House of Loyd's, but I'm sure you can also come down and have lovely food here, as I've always said in all my episodes. But today it's going to be me who's going to get to relish all the food, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy me eating the food, and then you're going to come down here. So Chef, let's start with our first recipe.
Sure. We'll just marinate these sardines with some black pepper, some salt, and we'll just, to make it crispy, we'll dip it in corn flour. To make it crispy.
Does the size of the sardines matter, Chef, or whatever size of the sardines are fine?
No, the small size is good because the bones are very fine in the small sardines.
Okay.
And it doesn't make you.
So this is not to be deboned.
This is already deboned.
It's already deboned.
Yeah, already deboned. And but in the sardine there is lots of bone.
Small ones.
So people don't like more bones in it. For the topping, we'll use the chopped tomato, some garlic, chopped garlic, some chopped onion, some chopped celery, some chopped coriander, some of the basil leaves, some pepper, salt. We'll add little bit of Tabasco and use some feta cheese in it. We'll add some olive oil in it. Some tomato puree.
Can the tomato puree be replaced with tomato sauce? Not really.
Not really.
And can the olive oil be replaced with normal oil? Not really.
Not really. You can
It
use
just the taste
yeah.
gets mixed up.
We will do this frying of the crispy sardine. We will fry till it's get golden brown, nice and crispy.
So you got to fry the chef on a high flame.
No, in the medium pan. The oil should be medium hot, not very hot also.
It's not the way to solve a problem, to hide yourself in the darkness.
So sardines are nicely crispy and golden. Some plating for the sardine.
How does it work? You have a friend in me.
Some cherry tomatoes.
Don't forget, share your
Some sprout beans. Little bit dressing of honey mustard.
You share your love, or even more. You share your secrets the same way. You share your love, or even
And we will put the topping on top of the sardine.
the same way. The same way.
And as you can see, the crispy sardines are ready and it really looks yum. The tails of the fish look a little bit scary, but I have seen that it is sardines that were cooked, and sardines are really good for health with omega-3. And chef, this looks really nice. And like I normally do, I always eat food later on the table when all the recipes are ready. But for today, because it looks really yummy, I'm going to eat it right now. And I'm not going to eat it all by myself, and I'm sure you're going to give me company, aren't you?
Sure.
Okay. This is really yum. It's a unique kind of recipe that I've had, and the salsa topping on top really makes it even more better. And chef, can we use a non-vegetarian topping as well on top of this, like just to add some difference, like we can use sardines itself inside the salsa?
You can also use some egg topping. This will be good.
This was a really yum dish, and I'm going to finish all of this immediately. But for now, we're going to start with the next recipe, and the first dish was truly superb. Crispy sardines with the lovely topping with feta cheese, onions, tomatoes, basil leaves, and it was truly amazing. Thank you so much, chef.
You're welcome.
From one recipe to another, we've just finished the crispy sardines, and now we're going to start with the date and bacon roll. So chef Gauri, how much do you like the date and bacon roll?
It's very good, and it's a very simple recipe. So I'm going to show you the sliced bacon. Okay, so we'll use zucchini. Just use the spoon of zucchini. Just fill it like this. Place the bacon, sliced bacon over here.
Chef, can we substitute the zucchini with some other veg? Because a lot of vegetable sellers in the villages, sometimes it's difficult to get such vegetables. So can zucchini be
We
substituted?
can substitute, like we can also use a cucumber in it,
Okay.
or we can use iceberg lettuce
Alright.
or any other lettuce in it.
And what about the local vegetables that we get in the market, like various like palak and tamdi bhaji? Can any of these be used? Not really.
Not really.
But if you want to experiment,
Yeah, you can try.
okay. But you're not giving guarantee that the recipe will be perfect.
Yes.
Alright. So the chef doesn't give any guarantee that the recipe will be perfect if you substitute zucchini with any other sort of vegetable. He says with zucchini it's going to be perfect. So we're going to continue with the recipe now.
These are the regular dates. We just remove the seeds in it. We'll just go here. it. Amul cheese or whatever. If walnut is not available, you can also put cashew nut.
So I'm going to try, chef, to roll the date and the bacon roll. So it's just the normal way, right?
Yes. We are poking the toothpick so it doesn't get open while cooking. We'll just put some few drops of olive oil. We'll put less olive oil because this bacon is already have more fat in it. People today, they don't like very oily.
Isn't the zucchini bitter?
Silence is not the way to solve a problem, to hide yourself in the darkness. Open up to me. How does it even work? How does it even work? Have a friend.
We'll serve this with the roasted bell pepper sauce. We roast the bell pepper. We make it the paste of bell pepper. We add some honey, lime juice, some olive oil.
So the date and bacon roll is ready and it looks really yum because this is a really nice combination of cheese, date, walnut, zucchini and bacon with the lovely sauce. So I'm going to try it and I hope it's not hot because my mouth is going to get burnt, and I'm sure you'll want that to happen because I'm eating really lovely food out here. And 1, 2, 3. I'm speechless. The food is awesome. I gobbled the whole thing up and I'm going to have the second one because this is amazing. I never expected a recipe like this to turn out so well because I was a little apprehensive in my mind about date and walnut and bacon and cheese. But this is an amazing combination. I'm truly delighted that I've come down here to the house of Loyd's and it's amazing. So this is one more for me. The lovely cheese melting in your mouth, the crunchy walnut and the date, and it's all oozing out of my mouth, so I'm going to cut it right here.
I got an order for the lemon mustard prawns. We marinate this prawn with some lime juice, salt, pepper, some French mustard paste.
Loyd Menezes ventured into the restaurant business as a hobby, but with the help of his mother and now his wife Nerissa, the quality and taste of food has always maintained. Loyd's place seems to be a hot favorite for a lot of people, but the best part is that Loyd himself prepares certain dishes with secret ingredients he did not reveal to me, especially the pork chops, while his wife Nerissa ensures her guests' dining are well looked after from the start till the end of the meal.
Well, I'm just doing a very simple lamb chop recipe, which is going to be honey mustard lamb chops. Yeah. What you do is the salt, a pinch of pepper, a little of lime,
The same way you share your love, or even more, you share your secrets.
of mustard,
You share your love, or even more, you share your secrets. The same way. The same way.
honey. It depends how sweet each one wants. Just mix it up. A little bit of garlic. Just make it sit for about 5 minutes and it's ready for the barbecue. It's been resting for about 5 minutes. Well, there's no specific time of how much you have to cook this. But one tip, if it is well done, it's going to be tough. Never do a well done meat. Because any well done meat is going to be tough to eat. Well, this is my signature dish, the pork chops, which I'm going to prepare on the barbecue. And well, I can't show you the recipe because it's my own and it's a secret. Yeah?
At the House of Loyd's, almost in conversation with Loyd, the owner of House of Loyd's, which is a lovely restaurant in the serene Kandolim. And Loyd, can you tell us when exactly did you start this business and how has it climbed today?
Well, I started Loyd's about 7 years ago. Well, it started in a small garage with 5 tables. Only go on food, and then my hobby is cooking, so decided to have a barbecue one day, and there where I started off with the barbecue. And well, it's been a major hit by now, so
There's no looking back.
there's no looking back.
You've been in this business for quite some time now and you say this is a hobby. So when did this hobby actually turn into business and how did you actually decide you want to venture into the restaurant business?
Well, there was no planning as such. It just so happened, and I'm here now. So there's no fixed thing that I wanted to be a restaurant or something. It just got me there, and I'm there. I just love doing what I do. That's all about it.
You've said that this is your hobby which you've converted into a business. So how do you experiment with recipes and how do you kind of churn up the recipes that you want to serve your guests with?
Well, I guess there's no parameters where you can experiment with food. So whatever comes to our mind, we just, the next day it's experimented. If we like it, it's on the menu, you know. And that's how most of the ingredients come up, and most of the dishes as well. And we change the menu every 2 months or so according to what we think is the best. That's how we just work on it.
I'm enjoying this evening at Loyd in this lovely place in Kaundalim with background music and to see the owner himself cooking out here. So it's been a nice time. But just before I wind this small little chat with you, let me ask you, what are your fast selling dishes here?
Well, the pork chops are the fastest. Then we have the beef steaks. Well, the CNN says it's one of the best in the country. And well, the prawns, and I do everything on the barbecue. So most of it is there which people like. That's why it's there on the menu. So.
And who are your customers that come down to House of Loyd?
It's the Goans and the domestic tourists. I hardly get any foreigners in the place. Probably because I'm in the interiors. So.
And Loyd, what would be the one word that would define the food at House of Loyd?
Good food.
Okay, good food. And I've already had 2 dishes and it's been a really nice time here with really good food, and I'm looking forward to the pork chops. And for me, from today onwards, it's going to be eat to live and not live to eat. While people were busy having their grub and chatting with loved ones, choosing from the lovely menu, the place was packed. And when I thought this was it, groups of people kept pouring in. Reservations, after all, are the best option to avoid inconvenience.
Coming to Loyd's is like being in heaven. We live in Mumbai. We have a home in Goa, so we come here quite often. But even when I'm in Mumbai, I sometimes dream in the middle of the night of chewing on a big pork chop that's been barbecued at Loyd's. We're just so lucky that earlier Loyd's used to be a little garage on the Kaundalim street. Now that he's moved here and he's expanded, solely out of really hard work, we have a home just close by, so we actually walk across. It's like a neighborhood restaurant, and unbelievable. His marinations are probably the finest. I mean, I pride myself in being a really good chef and a really good cook. Nowhere close. What he does with his pork chops and his lamb chops and his marinations is magic. He's a magician. We're really amazingly happy when we come here because I think he needs recognition. I'm so glad that you're doing a show on him. He deserves every bit of it.
I'm really getting high on food at the House of Loyd, but what I'm getting high on now is something called the White Plum, which is a lovely cocktail which has got fresh plums, white chocolate and Bacardi. So I'm gonna have this lovely white plum. So I am seated on the bar counter here and I have with me the beautiful Nerissa Braganza, the wife of Loyd, who is managing the things out here, and I'm surprised the way she's doing it because she has a small baba as well. So Nerissa, can you tell us how long have you been doing this, and how do you enjoy managing the House of Loyd with your husband?
Well, it's a fun thing because you have to do this on a daily basis, especially when there is so much of crowd. You enjoy yourself more than, it's not only work, it's also pleasure because you get to meet so many people. And yeah, I've been here since October. We've opened in October, but prior to that we were running another place in Kalangut, which was opposite Snips. That was a smaller place, 5 tables, not too many, there were a lot of people. For 5 tables, we did pretty well. But now, since we decided to move to a bigger place, this is a completely different experience altogether. I've never been, a part of a restaurant before, so it's a new thing.
And what's the learning experience like? You're a mom, you're a wife, and you're an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
So how is everything being? How do you manage all the 3 things together?
Well, I have help. I have my mom-in-law to help me with the baby. She also does the Goan food. I don't know if you've tried it, but it's really good. She's known for the Goan food, and she's great help. I also have someone to look after Nathan during the day, and run the restaurant with Loyd. So I'm close to home, so it's much better when you're close to the house. You can then overlook the baby and the restaurant. So, yeah.
And how much of success do you attribute to yourself? Because behind every successful man, there is a woman. So
Yeah.
how much of the success would you give yourself?
It's actually, it's you know, it takes two hands to clap. No one can do anything, you know, on their own. So, you know, it's me and Loyd together and my mom-in-law. So it's a team, I can say.
I really enjoyed the evening out here, and I'm sure
sure
you're
you
doing a
did.
good job, and there are going to be a lot of goings coming out here to the House of Loyd. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And this is my last dish for the day, the lovely, amazing pork chops, and you can see they look so tempting. I've never seen pork look so tempting. I've always eaten sorpatel and vindaloo, but the barbecued pork chops, and he says it's a secret recipe. Now I hope I do find at least one ingredient in this pork chops. So I'm going to try this lovely pork chops out right now. I'm sure at least one ingredient in this is honey and pepper. The rest, you just can't make it out because the ingredients that he used, and I guess it's all a mix of herbs and spices, have been really marinated really well into this. And as Devika said, this is really heaven on earth. Amazing food. And now it's going to be me eating to live and not me living to eat. So this is going to be my motto. And what the hell, we always have time to diet. So eat, drink and be merry, because there's nothing better than food on this earth.